Have you ever thought, what would happen if the Earth suddenly stopped spinning? How would our lives change? And would humans be able to survive in this suddenly very different world? In this video, we will discuss extreme scenarios that might happen if the Earth stopped spinning. Let's go! Our Earth is currently spinning at a speed of 1,670 kilometers per hour at the equator. This rotation occurs because of the gravitational force and momentum formed since the age of our planet's formation. But did you know that the actual rotation of the Earth is slowly slowing down? The speed of Earth's rotation is indeed not constant, and slowly, the Earth is spinning more and more slowly. Perhaps many of us are not aware of this because the changes are very small and take a very long time, even billions of years. Now, try to imagine what would happen if the Earth suddenly stopped spinning abruptly. The atmosphere around the Earth would still be moving at a very high speed. Imagine you were driving a car at high speed, then suddenly the car stopped suddenly. What happened? Of course, the impact would be huge. The same would happen if the Earth stopped spinning suddenly. All that atmospheric mass moving at 1,670 kilometers per hour would create an unbelievably intense hurricane, powerful enough to flatten everything on the surface of the Earth. One could imagine how much damage it would do. However, there was no need to worry because the Earth wouldn't stop abruptly like that. The speed of Earth's rotation was slowing down even more, but it would take billions of years for the Earth to completely stop spinning. Even if that happened, the process would be very long and slow. The Earth would undergo huge changes, but we might not be around anymore to witness that. However, let's imagine if, in the very distant future, the Earth finally stops spinning slowly. What will happen? One day on Earth will turn into a full year. That is, one side of the Earth will continue to be exposed to the sun for 6 months, while the other side will be buried in darkness as well for the next 6 months. Extremely extreme temperature differences will occur. The side exposed to the sun will become very hot, while the dark side will become very cold.
Life on Earth would certainly be very different. The most likely place to survive was the area located on the border between day and night, which was often referred to as the Twilight Zone. In this zone, the temperature was still possible to support life, although it remained very extreme. Well, in order to survive, humans had to move around following the movement of the boundary between day and night. They had to migrate to find a place that could survive. One interesting thing that can happen is changes in our oceans. When the Earth stops spinning, the centrifugal force that has been making seawater collect at the equator will disappear. As a result, seawater will move towards the poles, creating new continents around the equator. This will certainly open up the possibility for humans to explore and settle in new areas that were previously covered by the ocean. However, even though new continents will emerge, the biggest challenge facing humans is the extreme temperatures that occur between the light and dark sides. Only areas that are in the Twilight Zone are likely to be habitable, with lives adapting to drastic climate change. One thing we need to keep in mind is that all these changes take a very long time. This process is not going to happen anytime soon. It may even take billions of years. So, there is no need to worry about this now. Although the concept of a stopped rotating Earth opens up our insight into how the world might change in the future. What do you think? Would humans be able to survive with all the great challenges presented if the Earth stopped spinning? It is possible, but of course we need much more advanced technology and knowledge to deal with it. All of these are extreme scenarios that we don't know about yet, and hopefully we don't have to deal with them anytime soon.